Welcome to some more League of Legends. This time around we're going to be looking at solo top, although I may be mid depending on how the lane matchups are. It looks like I very well am going to be mid probably. So this time around we're looking at Garen, and I guarantee that you'll at least get something from this video, at least help-wise, tip-wise. So, rune-wise, this game, I am running Armor Pen, Marks and Quints, Flat Armor Seals, Flat Magic Resist Glyphs, and Mastery-wise, I'm running 9-21-0, grabbing the attack speed, the attack damage, and the Armor Pen Mastery in offense, and then health and resistances in defense. So Garen is he's got a really strong early game. He's really good against a lot of champions, but he's also really bad against a lot. Kennen is a fairly hard counter to Garen. Kennen was probably picked to counterplay me, but our Jace I think is going to be going against the Kennen, and I will be taking mid against Zed. This should be a fairly easy lane against Zed. Zed will not be able to burst me. I am Garen, and I guarantee it. So basically the role Garen fills is tanky bruiser, and he does it very effectively. He's innately tanky and innately has a lot of damage without building any, and that's what we're going to capitalize on. We're going to go a tanky DPS build with him, looking at stuff like Cleaver, Sunfire, Cape, etc. But we'll go more into that in game. So let's take a look at the actual lane matchups themselves. Me and Jay should be able to handle our lanes, be it Zed or Kennen. It looks like Tristana and Elise support bottom against Sona and Graves. I like Elise. I don't think she's the best support. I think she's a good support. I don't think she's terrible. I think Sona's going to be a better support overall. Graves versus Tristana, I think Tristana's better than Graves. I feel like Graves is on that teetering point between good and bad, or like good and great. I think he needs some little shove. As far as junglers, we have Jarvanosaurus Rex, and they have Hecarim. I much prefer Hecarim, but a good Jarvan is good. So, I think for our lane phase, we are going to grab... we'll grab Boots and 3 health pots. Sorry, but Science just telling Jace that he should head top to deal with the Kennen, since Kennen will probably be there. Our J4 is mid mocking the tower? Question mark? Alright, so let's talk about Garen's skills. His passive is Perseverance. This makes Garen really sustaining in lane. And basically, what it does is when I have not been struck by an enemy's abilities or take any damage from them for the last 9 seconds, I start regenerating 0.4% of my maximum health each second. Minion damage, however, does not stop this. So it makes him really sustaining in lane, innately. Moving on from that, we have his Q, which is what I started with. It's called Decisive Strike. What it does is you remove all slowing effects on himself, which in and of itself is just really, really good. And then you also get a movement speed buff for a short time. Your next attack will be a Decisive Strike, which will deal extra damage and silence the enemy. So it's really, 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 really good. And it looks like they traded up the lanes. Definitely a smart move on their part. Moving on from Decisive Strike, we have my W, which is Courage. Courage is what I grab at level 2 for the defensive purposes. And what Courage does is... Ooh, Tristana getting First Blood, that's not a good thing. What Courage does is that I gain an additional bonus from my armor, Magic Exist. On top of that, I can activate it to reduce all incoming damage for a couple seconds, as well as gain a ton of crowd control reduction. So it's really, really, really good. J4 coming in for the gank, but we're not going to be able to do anything off of it. Kenan's really hard to gank, so not really surprised. Finally, we move on to my E, which is Garen's iconic ability. It is called Spin to Win. No, but really, it's called Judgment. Basically, Garen spins around like you just saw, and just does a ton of damage during that period. Judgment also gets bonus damage from critical strike, and it also slows Garen while he's doing it. Otherwise, he'd be OP. Finally, let's talk about Garen's ultimate. It's called Demacian Justice. Basically, Garen does magic damage, and then extra magic damage for each health the opponent is missing. Basically, uses an execute ability. It's honestly a worse version of Noxian Guillotine. So I start by maxing Judgment because Judgment will give us the most damage for the points. Kenan's being a real difficult champion. Luckily, J4 is at least putting pressure on him. And there we pick up the kill on Hecarim. Kenan unable to really do anything to us. Let's go in there and kill that minion. So we'll just put some pressure. Alright, so we have our ultimate now. I think what we're going to do is, since we have our lane push, we're going to see about going down bottom here and picking up a kill, perhaps. They just pushed Tristana back, but something tells me Tristana is going to go back to this tower. And there we go, picking up a kill on Tristana. Hecarim's coming in, but we are going to be long gone before he can do anything. And it looks like he's not even going to come for us, so... Alright, so... we're going to start by rushing Merc Treads for the magic resist and the stun, the tenacity for Kenan. And then we will also grab... let's grab a Dorn's Blade for that early dominance. J4 covering our lane, doing really well. So normally you want to go a Doran's Blade or two on Garen if you are actually doing well, because it gives you that even further early game dominance. He asked me if I wanted blue and then he didn't give it to me. Such a cocktease. I would have loved blue. It wouldn't have actually done anything for me, but you know, I would have liked it just because. So we'll push Kennen off minions there because we can. Grab another rank in Judgment. You'll notice Zed's really pushed top, so I will come top and see if I can get a gank in. No kill on the Zed. Our Jace was really late to go in, so it let Zed safely shadow away, and we really couldn't do anything. Kennen here. We'll go in here with some spin to win. Knock out these minions. And then we pick up a kill on Kennen. So, definitely, yeah, the scary thing about Hecarim is that Garen, is that he snowballs really hard. And he can really shut down, like, a whole team's early game if he gets any kills, because he's just ridiculously strong early game with items. There we go, picking up a kill on the Hecarim. Didn't expect that. I was actually going to help bottom, but I'll take it. Making a joke here about how I wanted blue and now I've got it. So we'll go back here to get some items since we have almost 1,600 gold to spend. I'm thinking what we'll buy is we'll grab a second Doran's for that dominance, then we'll go over here and we will grab. We don't have quite enough for a brutalizer, but we'll grab the 2 components of it. So that gives, like you'll notice, we're fairly tanky. Not as tanky as I'd like to be. But once we get our brutalizer, I think we'll go like a chain vest or something. We also have a fair amount of attack damage, and then our abilities just do a ridiculous amount in and of themselves. Kennen is missing. I should also probably pick up some wards the next time I'm back. River's been fairly well warded, so grab another rank in our Judgment, and it looks like they picked up the kill on Zed top, which is great. Put in some harass on the Hecarim. And our pass will be up here in a second so we can sustain off of it. Still no idea where the Kennen is, so I don't really want to rush in on Hecarim yet. Now we'll just come in and start killing these minions. Kennen appears to be bottom, and that's not good, so we will go down to help. Sona picking up a double kill or triple kill. Oh man. Well, I think it was worth it, I guess. I'll take that. Not quite how I wanted things to go, but I'll take it. You know, it's not bad. Alright, so we'll grab our brutalizer since we have enough for it, and then we will head back to mid lane. So we're going to build our brutalizer into a black cleaver, which will give us CDR, it will give us damage, it will give us armor pen, and it'll also give us health, which will be great. We'll just come in here and kill these minions, get a little bit of harass on the cannon. Minions will push the tower a little bit, that's always good. Picking up another kill on the Z top. We might go back bottom, but Try's ward it. Try's not warded anymore though, so that's great. We get a lot of damage in on that cannon. No sight on the hack room right now, which is worrisome. But I'm not that concerned. I don't think he can do anything to me. And then we'll pick up the kill in the Hecarim. Or, wow, the cannon. I have got Hecarim on the mind today for some reason. So, while I may be mid lane for this game, this is basically the kind of stuff you can expect from top lane Garen. You're basically going to try and snowball the game hard. Pick up the kill on Hecarim. So just tossing this out there randomly, probably won't get much feedback on it since, you know, still new to this whole YouTube's thing and not getting a lot of views on my videos, but I was thinking, actually, I might reserve this and do sort of a, you know, kind of a feedback video, ask some questions, answer some questions maybe. So I'll reserve it for then, actually. That just came to me, so I'm sorry for just rambling on there for a second about nothing. Anyways, so we're back here. We're gonna grab our chain vest, and then we'll go over here to our cleaver and grab the ruby crystal for it. We're gonna turn the chain vest into a sunfire, and then the ruby crystal is gonna go with their brutalizer for a cleaver. And we'll just clear up the minions, easy peasy. I'm maxing Decisive Strike second for the extra damage. You could go Courage, I don't think it's necessary. I think Decisive Strike's better for the damage. You really want to capitalize on the fact that you have a ridiculous amount of early damage. And there they chase me. Can't really catch Garen because of all his ways to break it, like to just get away. Like with the movement speed and the slow removal from Decisive Strike just makes him very hard to catch. And he's definitely hard to gank as well because you can pop your Decisive Strike and then go into say Judgment, and it really dissuades people from jumping on you. Didn't quite get the Elise. I thought I had enough damage to drop her with the Demacian Justice. I was a little bit off. So, that's a thing, but oh well. Zed's talking a lot of trash. It seems like he can't handle the fact that he got stomped top. Sona is just unstoppable. This is ridiculous. I think this Sona is super duper OP. And there goes down our tower. They're huddled up at bottom tower. Or Heck is at least. I think I'm gonna just go down and drop him. Tristana flashing out. I don't understand why she didn't rocket jump in, but whatever. Or rocket jump out and save the flash, but whatever. We'll let Graves pick up the red buff. And I'll just chill in here in case someone comes. And here we go back in on the Hecarim. Oh, them plays. So, this is a good thing about having a lot of beefy champions like Jace, Garen, and Jarvan on the same team. Towers really can't stop us. You'll see there, like, we just went under tower. It didn't really matter. So picking up a free dragon here. Always like the free gold. We have 3k, so we might as well go back and spend it. Hecarim's complaining about how he couldn't gank, and then how Kennen really lost the lane to us. The only reason Kennen lost the lane was definitely because of the pressure from J4. So we finished our cleaver and we picked up our Giant's Belt for our Sunfire Cape. And then we have a sneeze because sneezing is awesome. Not really, that was awkward. Super cold here in Canada. Like, for people that haven't been to Canada, it's like frozen tundra for miles. It is ridiculous to actually get like internet to play League on and stuff. So it takes a lot of effort to do these games. Getting shut down, but still picking up a ton of kills, and then Jace coming in, going to definitely finish off with Tristana. So, still worth it in the end. Hopefully they'll be able to get to that inhib tower. We'll grab our Sunfire Cape, give us some tankiness and damage. I think after this we're gonna go with a... They have a fair amount of magic damage, although... We don't have an Aegis yet, so I think that's what we're gonna go. Aegis is necessary every game, I feel. Alright, never mind, our J4 has Aegis, so... I think, alright then, I think we're definitely gonna go with, a Hex Drinker / Malmortius next, for the magic resist, since a majority of their damage is magic. Picking up kills on Hecarim. Graves and Sona a little out of position down there. Tristana's coming up on them, but I will be able to go down and assist. Just plow through these minions on our way. And we'll just leave. No point staying down here. Our Sona and Graves left, so why should we bother staying down there? Although they backed off, so let's just push the lane then. And then we'll drop bottom tower. We'll go back. I think we're gonna grab some wards and Hex Drinker. So we have enough for Hex Drinker. We'll grab the Hex Drinker. We'll sell Adorn's Blade so we have room for wards, and then go grab. We'll grab 2 pinks. We'll drop 1 on Baron and then 1 on Dragon. So I'll go over here and drop a ward at Baron. It's really not necessary, but it's still nice to have nonetheless. We'll get our second one right here, so we have that vision too. They aren't really necessary because I don't think this game's gonna last much longer. We got 2 inhibs down and we're pushing Nexus towers, so. Drop these Nexus towers now. Got their Nexus towers. Well, yeah, we're gonna be able to end this. So. Alright, so I will see you all next time. I hope you enjoy this.